Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna have the 1 year review for my Birkin that I have in 25 size. So basically I've had this bag for over a year. I got it in December of 2020, but I really started using it in January of 2021. So it's been a year and a couple of months since I officially started really using the bag. And I wanted to make this video just to talk about wear and tear, my overall thoughts on the bag, if anything has changed, anything that I want to note out, the way that I've learned to store it. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Zoe and I make videos about handbags, shoes, and traveling, but mainly handbags. So if you like any of those topics, please consider subscribing to my channel and click the notification bell down below so you don't miss any of my videos. Okay, so I have quite a lot to say about this bag. I can't believe that it's been over a year now. So many things have changed and I've used it a lot. I can definitely say that this is a bag that I got a lot of use during this 1 year. It's one of my most used bags. I'm quite happy with it, but of course I want to give you also the cons. If you want to see the unboxing video, I'm gonna leave it on the description box down below. And if you also want to see the first review impressions video, there I share what fits, mud shots, and pretty much anything that you would want to know if you're getting into the bag. So I'm gonna give a little bit of a short version of how I managed to get my hands on this bag, because it was quite of a crazy story and I know that many people are gonna be new here, and I just want to give a little bit of context too. I honestly always wanted one, but it was the type of thing that I never really thought that I was gonna actually get, because it's quite hard to get your hands on it. There's a lot of stories, there's a lot of things that you hear. So I honestly never went into the store expecting this to happen, which is what makes it a little bit crazy for me. I went into the store and my essay asked for my wish list. I told him that I was interested in this bag. I gave him a short wish list, and of course when you ask for a Birkin 25, you know that it's probably not gonna happen. And when it did, I fell off my chair when he called me. I didn't know what to do. I was already at the mall when he called me, so it was I cannot stress enough that I believe that this was fate. And I know that it sounds crazy, but that's how I got the bag. It was just randomly he called me that he had something that I had put on my wish list a couple of months back, and here I am with the bag. A little bit more in depth about the type of Birkin that it is. It's a 25 size. Hermès has 25, 30, 35, 40, and I don't know if there's a 45. And mine is in Togo with gold hardware. The bag has the top handle. It has feet on the bottom. I did ask specifically for Togo leather because I knew that it was gonna be softer. I really love the feel of it, and now that I have an Epsom bag, which is my Kelly, that it's right there, that it's not fully closed. I'm so sorry for that. I was using it last night, but I went with Togo, and I also was interested in Epsom because I wanted, if I was ever gonna get these bags, my mindset into it was I'm gonna use them. I'm not gonna allow myself to be the type of thing that I'm gonna leave on the shelf because I'm too scared of using it. So I went into it knowing that, and I took the stickers also straight away. I always try to take the stickers off right away after I do the unboxing or during the unboxing. I've heard that if you don't do that, the hardware can start oxidizing and it's not good for it. So I mean, I know that it's gonna get scratched. I knew that from the beginning, and I don't mind, and it has actually gotten some scratches, so that's something that I'm also going to be talking about during this video. But if you ask me right now if I prefer Togo or Epsom, I honestly really like both. They're quite different. Epsom is a little bit more lightweight and Togo is a little bit heavier, but it gives the bag some sort of, I'm gonna say richness. I don't know how to describe it, but it kind of is richness. Oh, I just realized that my Birkin is also not. Dang, you're gonna think that I'm messy. I promise that after this video I'm gonna go and close it. I just don't want you guys to think that I just leave them like that. I don't, but I was moving my bags around before I started to film. One of my original thoughts that I had when I got the bag is that the stamp was actually not perfect, and I was a little bit bummed by it. But I've realized that when it comes to Togo, it almost never is perfect. I hope that it can focus on the bag. I hope that it's focusing, but you can see, but it also has some veining on the leather, which is quite common, especially in Togo leather. And you can see the bag on the back with the light that is coming from the window, the bottom, on the sides. How easy is it to use? Because I think that this is one of the most important things things that you need to know before getting into buying a bag at this price point. You want it to be something that you're comfortable with, that you can use on a daily basis, and it's not a hassle to own. And that's the reason why I like the Birkin way more than the Kelly. The Kelly is a little bit harder to use, even though it has a strap, which makes it super comfortable. I mentioned on the review video that I made comparing both of the bags that the Birkin is just easier to use because you take things in and out super fast. You have it on your lap. It's just an open tote, and if you want, you can close it for sure, but I don't usually carry it closed. I usually have the bag like this, and I use it like this, how it's open. I kind of like to do this. I know that it's not ideal, but I kind of like to do that. I honestly think that for me, for my size, I am 5'1", it works really well. It kind of goes all the way here, and I don't usually carry it like this anyway, but I do carry it like this or just like this. 25 is the one that works for my proportions. I'm definitely open to a 30 if I ever get one or get offered one, but so far I do think that the handle drop could be a little bit more giving, but I'm not the one designing the bag. It does work out for me because my hand does fit in and out of the bag. If you're in a hurry, it can be a little bit of a hassle, like it can get stuck, but it doesn't happen often and you can reach just in and out. Though I do have to say that if you have it like this, reaching for things in and out, it's not like super easy, but not impossible. Because of the size, I find it quite easy to just have it like on my lap, maybe even when I'm driving or when I'm on the car, on the passenger seat, or on restaurants. It's easy to just have it on my lap. A bigger bag would probably not be as comfortable because of that, and I honestly just feel like the size works really well for me in terms of what fits on a daily basis, and that it's not too overwhelming, and it's a little bit, because of the size, it's just a little bit more discreet. Thing is that my original thoughts going into getting this bag was that it was so precious and delicate in some sort of way. Like, I thought that it was gonna be so hard to maintain and that I had to store it in a very perfect specific way, and all of that really vanished on the first couple of months that I had it, because I did fall with the bag. I had rain on me, I had people spilling water on me. Thank God it was water. I've used the bag a lot and the bag is perfect. The quality is there. These bags are so strong and they are meant for daily use. If you want to get something out of this video, is trust me that if you get these bags, please don't put them on a pedestal, just use them. They have an amazing quality and they are made for this, for you to use them and not abuse them, but you can use them as much as you want, and they are supposed to stay in a very good condition for so many years. And that's something that I learned with the time, because yeah, the idea of this bags is like, oh my gosh, it's a Birkin, oh my gosh, it's a Kelly, you need to be super careful with it, like grab it with 2 fingers and be super careful with it. But honestly, no, they're so hard wearing and they're so, I cannot explain it, but when you have one in your hands, you can definitely feel the way that it's made, and nothing has happened to it other than hardware scratches, really. I also initially thought that I was gonna start using the bag more for like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna take the Birkin, and I ended up actually using it for pretty much day to day. I know that because of the price point, you would be a little bit worried. I am careful. I don't go to places where I know that I would be at risk. That's something to take into account too. If it doesn't fit your lifestyle because of that situation, then I would reconsider it. But I usually use this bag on a very casual setting, nothing too dressy. I don't feel like the design is made to be a formal bag and it has everything to be casual. If I wanted a little bit more of a dressy bag, maybe a mini Kelly, and not even then, I don't know. Depends on the color and even the leather. But yeah, I just think that they're casual bags and they're amazing for a daily use. The more that I use a bag, the more that I really like it. More for how it has served me as a handbag and the quality, more than being a Birkin or, you know, all the things that come with it. Now, in terms of wear and tear, I'm gonna be quite quick here. I don't see any. The bag is in quite perfect condition. The only thing that I can tell you is hardware scratches, but when it comes to the handles, they're still perfect. The feet do have scratches, but it's like the feet of the bag. No rubbing on the corners. Really, I don't have anything major to point out. Not even like the pocket on the back. I'm gonna show you. So you can see right here that inside of the bag there's a pocket that I'm gonna try to show you. So it's this one, and you can see on the back a little bit how it stands out from the leather. You're gonna see it a little bit better when it's facing the light. Usually when you store the bags like this a little bit more, or you use the pocket quite a lot, or with time eventually it's gonna happen, you're gonna start to see the pocket marking on the back. But that's completely normal and something that you should expect. But so far I still don't really see that, just these 2 bumps on the sides, which is like the edges of the pocket. As for keeping the shape of the bag, this is how it currently looks like. It doesn't have anything inside of it, no organizer right now, and I think that the condition is kept quite well, and the shape too. Let me close it up so you can see how it actually looks, and I'm gonna explain a bit what I've been testing when it comes to organizers and also handbag pillows for storing the bag. This is how the bag looks closed on the side, which is what you would like to see. Usually when you overstuff the bag, you're gonna start seeing a little like belly on the bag. I'm really careful not to do that when it comes to storing the bag. It's never really long-term stored. Usually my bags are just like that, but closed probably. I don't do the boxes. I'm gonna talk about why I don't do it. But I do have 3 organizers, and I have 2 different brands of organizers. 7RP did reach out to me and send me the organizers, not expecting anything from me. I just wanted to see them. So this is not sponsored by either of them. This is just gonna be my thoughts, and I hope that it helps you. So this is the 7RP insert. I have another one in gold for my gold Birkin, and you can tell that this is very well made. I'm gonna be very honest there. It's very, very well made. It has padding, it's very soft, and it fits the bag like a glove. I don't know what these little pockets are for, but it does have 2 pockets on the front, 2 pockets on the back, 2 pockets. It looks like it's for lipsticks maybe, here and here. And you can see on the bottom that it has this like padding, so it kind of works as a mattress to avoid things really pushing into the bag and denting it on the bottom probably. I do feel the quality. I do. However, this is around $500 or euros if I remember correctly. That for me is a little bit too much. I understand that these bags are investments, and I understand why so many people love 7RP, and I understand why so many people invest on 7RP, because yes, if you're spending more than $10,000 on this bag, $500 doesn't seem as much, and I am all for it if you want to do that. However, not everyone is in the position to pay $500 extra for an organizer, so that's why I also love Samorga, and Samorga has organizers for every single bag, every single brand. I'm not saying that Samorga is better. I am gonna be fully honest, the quality of the 7RP is better than the Samorga, because this one is 7 times more expensive than this one, so that's what you get. Like, this one is really good quality, but you're paying 7 times for this one, so it's normal to expect that this one has better quality. But I've been wearing for this one, I got it recently, so throughout this full year I've been using this too from Samorga on my bag. This one is thicker, and it's the 2.5, and this one is the thin one. I don't remember, I think it's 1.2 millimeters. So this one I really like it because it doesn't take much space inside the bag, but this one keeps the structure really, really well. It has the U shape. I know that many people tell you that the only brand that is not gonna hurt your bag is 7RP. Based on my own personal experience, my bags have been fine with the Samorga ones because of the U shape. I don't see them pushing the bag in any way to the front or to the sides, anything at all. So my honest opinion on the big dilemma of 7RP or Samorga or any other brand that is not Samorga is, if you have the budget, of course, why not go with 7RP, because it's really good quality. You definitely get something that is gonna be good for your bag. But if you don't want to spend that amount on 7RP, then I would definitely go for Samorga. I've been with Samorga since forever, and my bags have been perfectly fine. I don't gain anything from promoting both of the brands right now at all, or even if you buy from Samorga or 7RP, I don't get anything. But I got so many requests to try 7RP that I just wanted to give my 2 cents. And if you're gonna ask me which one I do recommend you, I love this one for storing, and I love this one for daily use. Thin one because it takes less space for daily use, and if you are just gonna have one, I would go for the thick one because it's Togo and it's a little bit more of a slouchy bag and you want to keep the shape of it. So this one is perfect. It has 2 pockets on the front and 2 pockets on the back, in addition to the ones that the bag already has. And the other thing that I use are handbag pillows, and these ones are from Bag Essential. This one I actually chose the color, so it was a collection that it was available for around a month, so it's not available anymore, but you can get the same pillows, just different colors. But this one was the Bag Essential with Je suis Lou, which is like the first thing that I've ever like made with a brand, which is really exciting. So I store my bags with this pillow, so it just fills up the space without pushing it in any way. So it's quite thin, it doesn't take much space inside the bag, but I make sure that the bag doesn't collapse on itself. The inside of the bag is perfect because I have organizers always inside. Doesn't matter which one I choose to use. I've tried to use them randomly just to test them out and to see which one I like better, and honestly it's just handbag organizer, so either of them is fine. But I'm gonna show you how the thick one fits inside the bag. So I'm gonna put it inside, and you can see, or you really cannot see, honestly I don't think that you guys can see. But then I put the pillow inside like this, and you can close it. And I usually just store them like this. I don't have this on because I don't want it to rub against the leather, especially when I'm not using it. But I do put it on because I like the way that it looks. When it comes to toolies, I do have a couple of them. I just prefer the way that the bag looks without toolies, so that's just my 2 cents on it. I have one, I think I have them here. I have this one that it's like pink with blue and green, which is really pretty with the vert gris. And I have this one from Chanel that I like how this one actually looks with the gold Birkin. And this one is the one that I was gifted, especially for this bag, which honestly, it looks really, really well, but it's sometimes I feel like using the toolie and sometimes I just don't, so it goes into that I just sometimes do and sometimes don't. So because it's black, I don't feel like it's so important to have a toolie, but when it comes to the gold one, I do have a toolie for it that I use every once in a while, most of the time actually. The bag has been in the rain, it's fine. I don't definitely recommend it, like just go into the rain or dip it into the water, of course not. But if it happens, you're fine. Don't freak out. I think that you're gonna be okay. The bag just dries out. These bags are really, really strong wearing, so don't worry. I don't put the bag inside the box because it cannot breathe and they can adopt this cardboard smell. So usually what I would recommend is not really what I do. Like everything that I do with the organizers on the pillows, yes, but then I would put them inside their dust bags. The only reason why I don't store my bags inside their dust bags is because I spent so many hours inside this room and I actually want to get to see my bags because that's what I save my money for, what I make my videos about. It's really just this hobby and passion that I have, and I really want to be able to see them like first glance when I enter the room if I'm picking one to go out, because you can visualize the outfit a little bit better. So that's just the thing that I do. You don't have to do that because of course it's not the ideal, but my bags have been perfect. So if you don't want to put them in their dust bags full time, you can definitely have them on display. The things that I do want to note is that if you're not a top handle person, then I would definitely not go for the Birkin because it can get heavy and you only have the option of carrying it as a top handle, which is something that you just need to make your peace with. And if you're comfortable with it, then it's gonna be perfect. Also, if you are a little bit scared of having it open all the time because of pickpocketing, then having it closed, it's quite of a hassle to open and close the bag constantly. Safety wise, I do think that that's something that we should talk about. I've never really felt unsafe while carrying my bag. I've never been in a situation where I'm worried about it, but I'm definitely mindful where I take it because I know that some people might know. So if it doesn't really fit your lifestyle and maybe the places that you want to go or take it to and you think that it's not the best for you, maybe going for a mini Kelly, that I know that it's harder to get, just like talking about bags in general, not really if it's possible or not. The mini Kelly would be a little bit better because it's crossbody, so they cannot really take it from you, and the Birkin, you only have it in your hand. I do think that it's important to talk about it. I don't want to be like a party pooper, but definitely watches and bags and things like that, you need to be mindful where you are and of your surroundings and the people that are like close to you. But I've been wearing the bag in New York, in Paris, and I've been okay. Like nothing has happened, and I'm an advocate of using the bags. So there's no point in owning them and just having them on the shelf and never using them. So if that's the thing, that's what I wanted to get into. If you're gonna be too scared of using it because of that, then I wouldn't go for it. The top handle could be a little bit longer, that would be really great. But overall, that's just the things that I can see as cons with the bag, and maybe the process of getting it, because I know that if I hadn't been that lucky, I would have probably not gone through all the hoops of everything that goes into getting these bags. It was very easy and very nice and a very, very positive experience for me. So that, I think that's something that also adds for me to the experience of having the bag. It was just all so positive and so nice, and everyone was so sweet to me. I have a very nice experience, but I know that that's not the case for everyone. So I just wanted to add that if you're on the waiting list or you're on the wish list on any of these bags, any Birkin, any Kelly, any Constance, don't really sweat on it. If it makes you feel bad, then it's not worth it, and the process should be as enjoyable as owning the bag. It comes down to different countries, different stores, different essays. Every essay is different. My store doesn't have much competition. It's a really small store with almost no customers, so I do think that that played a huge part in the process of me getting it. I do think that the bag is great and I've had an amazing experience with it. So this was a video, but of course, if I missed something and if I didn't cover something specific that you wanted to know, please ask me in the comments and I'll make sure to reply. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and click the notification bell down below so you don't miss any of my videos. Also, if you would consider giving this video a thumbs up, and if you're not done watching, I'm gonna leave you 2 videos right here in case you want to check them out. And yeah, thank you and see you on the next one. Bye.